presentation of the National Football League.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in primetime, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gardner, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week, they put together a 3-touchdown victory, and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And when I watch him play, all I think about is the word improvement. Every season in the league, he finds a way to get better and has become just as dynamic with his arm as he has with his legs. 41 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions in 2024. His big goal now, getting his team to a Super Bowl. Plenty of success during the regular season. Now they want to win at playoff time.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game, because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And this is an offense that's #1 in the NFL in rushing, and you know that has to be the focus of any game plan defensively. But they can throw it, too, as evidence right there. And they move the chains here on this opening drive.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him and feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
A short throw caught by Andrews. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, young man out of Syracuse.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Throwing to start the drive. McCord. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On fourth down, McCord able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's good for the Dolphins.
On the ground, this is Jamal Achane. And able to get this to the 31. You see the numbers on the ground a week ago for Achane. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
That's caught well on the left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. First and goal at the 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and sneak it here. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Gordon is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on fourth and goal.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Sanders' kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you give him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And now what we have here, a third and goal. Looking to throw. McCord flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So first and 10 now from the 30. Off the draw, here's Hill. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. When you look at this defense, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it second down and 12. Jackson. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
You could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Jackson. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Skirts by him at the 35. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's first and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And it's third down.
Jackson now. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. On fourth down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put...
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. Jackson gonna run. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Dolphins nothing.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Dolphins offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's run well here the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Liking 18, go!
Back to throw. McCord. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw. McCord. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
19 yards. That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
Let's go now.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Open man right side. That's McConkey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Shut up. 70 Lions.
Back to the ground, H.M. He stiff arms it. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Another Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That's another.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Ready? Check go.
They'll go with the keeper. And he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
First down, Baltimore.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. Shoves him aside. And he's taken down inside the 30. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Jackson from the shotgun. A short throw caught by Andrews. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Now Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, Jackson. Now we're behind his man, incomplete. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. He hit his first, now this from 43.
A 43-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
And Jackson throwing once more. Makes it complete. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, McCord. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake, McCord. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
To kick off for Baltimore.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. The third quarter begins with a run by Achane. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
180.
Throwing is Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That goes for a gain of 31. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory down at the 33. Play action. It's Jackson. Slings it to Anderson. It's complete. The tight end has it. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 7.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
For a Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This one finds McConkey. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Catch is made by Hardman. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 40. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Now Achane on first and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Ravens will get it. First and 10 from deep in their own territory. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Jackson's going to try to sneak. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Jackson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line.
Hey, middle.
Jackson going to keep it running right. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right. He struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know that.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews from 10 yards out. And the Ravens go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Miami set to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
2nd and 11. They set up the screen. Nacho has it. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Henry with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Ravens have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Luke now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This ball down the field for Pitts. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. First down carry for Henry. Gets by him, and now a little Sexton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And Bateman, he'll go in motion right here. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. McCord. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Miami. 48 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
That's another Dolphins first down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the score.
Derrick Henry all alone. Off to the races. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. It's a big run there by Henry. 73 yards on the ground.
And a Raven first down.
Hey, middle.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
At the 15-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. A check down here for Henry. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as they get this up to the 39. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. McCord. Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts. And he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
For a Miami Dolphin. First and 10 at the 40.
Up the middle, Achane. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Well, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. This one thrown underneath to Achane.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
10 yards. That's good for another Miami Dolphin.
70 Lions.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. There'll be a pickup at 15 as that'll lead to third down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Henry up the middle. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Ravens, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.